Have you set your money goal for 2021? And have you done what so many people do? And by the way, if you've never learned how to do it differently, it's not a mistake. But have you set your money goal based upon what you earned in 2020 or what you earned in 2019? It's a big mistake. You have to be able to set your money goals based upon where you want to be, not where you have been, especially in 2020. That has not been brilliant for a lot of people. Now, if we have not met before, my name is Gwyneth, and I am in the business of coaching fabulous, ambitious women entrepreneurs just like you to find out, to acknowledge, to recognize, and then charge what you are truly worth, to bundle your expertise in such a way that your services really contribute to build your brand so that people know exactly what you do, and also to look at the processes and systems you have in your business so that actually you get that freedom that you signed up for in the first place, right? So owning your money goal in 2021. Now, something I learned from a fabulous money mindset coach, Kendall Summerhawk, was to look at what your total is, your personal and your business expenses, put them all together, and then double or triple that number. That is going to be a nice stretch for you potentially. If you did really, really, really well in 2020, then maybe you want to multiply that by 4 or 5 times. But you want the number to be realistic whilst it's still being a stretch. And by the way, it is not enough. Talking about getting rid of debt is not a good motivator. So you can't just kind of say, right, this is how much I'm in debt, so this is how much I want to earn in 2021. It doesn't work like that. Talking about getting rid of debt, that word debt, every time I say it, it's like, oh, negative emotion, negative energy, pulls you right down. And that is not what we want for you in 2021. No way, Jose. So like I said, create a number, take ownership of that number. That's your money goal for 2021, not based upon what happened this year or even last year or the year before that, but where you want to be. Now, it really is very, very important. I'm going to tell you why, because I found out a few years ago that on a subconscious level, on a subliminal level, I had been keeping myself to an income standard that I had achieved at the age of, how old was I there? 35. Now we're talking about 1998, 99, when I was the personal assistant to a very, very large retailer. It was a fabulous job, and I was paid £25,000. And at that time, and for somebody of my age, you know, that was a nice amount of money to be earning. And I found out, so the exercise was to kind of look over the past 4 or 5 years what I had been earning and average it out. And sure enough, I had a good year and I had a bad year, and I had a good year and I had a bad year. But when I averaged it out, I was around 25,000 every single year. I could not believe that that was actually happening. So that is why it is so important to focus on your future and not set your money goal based on your past. Because if you take that past energy, if you tell yourself that you can't, you know, I only earned this much this year, so I can only earn that much next year, you are preventing yourself from fulfilling your potential. And we are conditioned to achieve what we can within certain processes, within certain structures. We are not conditioned to actually fulfill our potential. Now think about this. If you are a parent, how many times have you said to your child, you know, be good, do this, otherwise Father Christmas, Santa Claus won't come. Or if you eat up all your vegetables, then you can have a donut after tea. Or if you do your homework this evening, we will allow you to watch television for an extra half hour. We are constantly bribing people, conditioning people to do things so that we get what we want them to do, and then they are rewarded for that. And as children, like I said, I remember being, you know, eat up your vegetables and you can do this, go to sleep, otherwise Santa Claus won't deliver your presents, all of those things. And that conditioning causes us to then behave in a certain way. I have to behave like this if I want to achieve this. And this conditioning, like I said, it goes totally against your potential for fulfilling massive goals, massive dreams, everything you want in this entire life. All of that conditioning really does prevent you. So question yourself, you know, when it comes to setting that money goal, Is it truly based on where you were, what you think you can do, or does it really stretch you? Does it really push you to fulfilling your potential beyond your wildest dreams? Well, maybe not in 2021, but 2022. So that's number one. Number two. Yes, decluttering. When it comes to setting your money goals, get rid of stuff in your life that is going to make you feel bad. Now, this might not seem to be connected, but I can't remember. Um, oh, it doesn't matter. There's somebody now who got very famous in the past few years with their clearing thing. But I remember going to see a chap called William Spear in London in 1986. I went to workshops on feng shui. Karen Kingston, Denise Lin, absolutely fabulous. I was absolutely fascinated by this thing called feng shui, that we could move stuff around our home. Even went to Hong Kong to look at the buildings there, you know, buildings with huge great holes in the middle built there so that the energy could flow. Every time you look into your underwear drawer and you see some old underwear and it's like, oh, I don't want to wear that today. Or maybe you've got a mug or some crockery in your cupboard and it's, you know, it's just a little crack or a little chip, but somebody special gave it to you and you don't want to throw it away. All of that stuff, it has to go. Every time you see a cracked or chipped or slightly chipped cup or plate or a piece of cutlery that's a little bit loose, or like I said, in your underwear drawer, clothes anyway. A lot of women are getting rid of clothes at this time of year. There's a whole, you know, big recycling push to so that we are not just throwing things away and buying new stuff in, but we're actually thinking, becoming more sustainable, that's the word, in what we wear. So that's something else when it comes to clothing. But also, you know, the things potentially that you have from relatives, from your granny or an auntie or a granddad or one of your parents, and I can't throw that away. You're telling yourself, I can't throw it away, you know, because this still represents them. This was precious to them, and then it has to be precious to me. I'm sorry, people, that is a complete and utter load of baloney. What is precious to you is the emotion, is the memory. If you really want to, take a photograph. But if you've got something that is just in a cupboard, and you take it out, you know, you only look at it when you're having a sort out and you'd forgotten that you had it and then you got it again, say to it, thank you for being in my life. Thank you for giving me these happy memories. And if you aren't able to give it to a charity shop or somebody else who might want whatever it is, forgive me for saying this, but please just throw it away. Get that negative, get that old, get that musty, dusty energy out of your life. Gone. Do not take that with you in 2021. Go through your entire home. Look at everything in your cupboards, in your wardrobe, old books. Just get rid of it, because honestly, like I said, every time you are looking at these things and there's a bit of a negative energy gone down. We don't want that happening for you in 2021. I want you to be completely positive, on a wave, rolling in, coasting in to the new year. That is going to be so different for everybody than 2020 was. Now, the third thing I want to talk about, and this gets a little bit into kind of the neuroscience. I'm a big fan of what goes on in here because, yeah, with the Jupiter and Saturn thing going on this week, and a few times this week I actually thought to myself, thank heavens that human beings are not responsible for keeping the earth spinning, because sometimes you do, well, it doesn't matter. I question sometimes what's going on, but when you actually can acknowledge that you are made up of about 100 trillion cells, the atoms, the way that atoms react, and that human beings are made up of energy, and there's a tiny bit of matter that actually makes us whole, makes us solid, if you like, then when you can actually understand how amazing you really are, and you can elevate yourself into a place of appreciating the miracle that is you, and then you will see that, you know, the blame, the judgment, the shame, the self-criticism, all of those things they're rubbish. They don't matter. When you can actually observe yourself from a place of, I'm going to say, magical creation, because that's where you are without going completely overboard. When you get to appreciate how amazing you really are, then, like I said, all those negative things, they do not matter. And you can observe them and you can say, thank you for bringing this to my attention, and then let them go. Emotional intelligence all the way, about building up your resilience, building up your mental resilience, your mental health, learning how to pivot from, oh, I feel so awful, to my whole life is ahead of me. I've got a new opportunity right now, this second, not even tomorrow. So those are the three things I wanted to talk about. You getting real about your money goal, making that goal based upon where you want to be at the end of the year, or maybe in 90 days, or wherever, and not on the past. I only achieved this in the past, so I can't be doing more in the future, because that really is an utter and absolute load of rubbish. Number two, get rid of the clutter. Clear out your purse, clear out your handbag. If you haven't worn any shoes for a year, get rid of them. Do some dusting. Clear out your ornaments. Crikey, how many ornaments do we get for Christmas and birthdays and things? Oh, I do not like ornaments. Well, that's not true. Some of them I do, but most of them I find they are dust collectors. And if they've been sat in a box for several years, then potentially give them to somebody else, take them to a charity shop. And if you can't do that, please just get rid of them. Your life is too precious to be being bogged down by feelings of guilt about having to hold on to something because of who gave it to you or whatever. The emotions, the memories, they're in here and they're here. You do not need something solid to help you have those happy memories, have those happy emotions about the people that you connect with those items. And number three, remember that you are truly amazing. 100 trillion cells, at least, all this energy, and you have the power to actually look at these emotions from an objective perspective, observe them, the shame, the blame, the guilt, and all that negative stuff, and say, you know what, it doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. None of those emotions are going to contribute to your positive success in any way, shape, or form in 2021. Now, if we haven't worked with each other before, something I'm doing this year, and I'm doing it because I know that a lot of people's plans for the holidays have been completely changed, shall we say, and I'm one of them. I had intended on kind of shutting down completely, but it's simply not going to happen, because I don't want to watch, just do nothing for 10 days. So on the 29th of December, I'm going to be running a 3-hour online workshop. And in that workshop, in the first hour, we're going to be talking about your money mindset, your money beliefs, looking at your money goals and potentially revising them upwards. How amazing would that be? So that you go into the new year feeling totally fabulous and confident that you can achieve what it is that you've set out for yourself. The second thing we're going to be looking at is your offer, keeping it simple. People have so much to think about right now. There is so much going on. Again, the homeschooling, the vaccinating, the testing, all the stuff that's going on. I don't need to tell you. And if you come along with a variety of offers or different price points or whatever, all of those types of things, then there's a good chance that you're going to confuse your potential clients even more, and they will not want to work with you. Quite simple. So the number two thing is we're going to be working on your offer, really getting it very, very simple. And the added advantage of having a simple offer is that you build your brand, you build your niche. People understand what your expertise is. So when they think of, I need that, I'm going to go to so-and-so. Brilliant. And number three, then, we are actually going to do a role play on having a sales conversation, how to get your client to yes or no, but also for you to be in a place where you also feel comfortable about saying, sorry, wrong fit. Well, clearly you're not going to say it just like that, but that you also feel comfortable about setting your boundaries and saying yes to this person, potentially no to this person, and if they say no to you, to be okay with that, selling from a place of integrity, honesty, and love. So if you think that sounds like what you need to set you on your way into 2021, that is happening on the 29th of December. It is going to be starting at 10 o'clock a.m. Europe time, that's 9 o'clock UK time, until 1 o'clock European time, that is 12 o'clock UK time. Minimum of 3, maximum of 5. I'm going to say minimum of 3 because honestly, I don't know how many people are going to want to do this. I don't know how many people are feeling, but I think there are going to be quite a few people feeling the same that I do. It's like, what do I do now if I can't see my family, friends, and all those people? So minimum of 3, maximum of 5. Money mindset, nailing your money goals for 2021, looking at your offer, getting it fabulously simple so that you absolutely nail your niche and people know exactly what your expertise is. And number 3, having a sales conversation using my sales script structure that is going to help you get to yes or no without any of the sleaze, without any of the, oh God, I don't like this selling stuff. You just feeling fabulous about yourself, selling from a place of, like I said, integrity and honesty with a true desire to help others. If that is something you think you would like to know more about, I'm going to put a link in the comments, or you can email me as well. And we'll get in touch. Your investment for that is going to be 2,247 euros. And like I said, minimum of 3 people, maximum of 5, because I would like this to be really, really useful for everybody who takes part so that everybody gets something out of it. Hey, and potentially meet some new fabulous women entrepreneurs in the process as well. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to subscribe. And if we don't see each other again before the big day, I wish you a peaceful and healthy Christmas. Stay safe and stay healthy. Loads of love. Stay fabulous, and bye for now.